Bear Grylls, the face of survival, the man who made drinking his own urine and eating raw bugs a TV spectacle, suddenly vanished from Man vs. Wild. Fans were left stunned when Discovery Channel abruptly announced his departure. But what really happened behind the scenes? Was it contract disputes, creative differences, or something much deeper? Today we uncover the shocking truth behind Bear Grylls' firing from Man vs. Wild. Before we get into the controversy, let's take a look at how Bear Grylls became the world's most famous survivalist. Grylls wasn't just a TV personality, he was the real deal. A former British SAS soldier, a record-breaking adventurer, and one of the youngest people to climb Mount Everest at just 23 years old. His background in extreme survival made him the perfect host for Discovery Channel's new show, Man vs. Wild. The show first aired in 2006, and almost instantly, it became a global sensation. Watching Grylls navigate extreme environments, wrestle alligators, and show viewers how to survive with nothing but the clothes on his back made him an international icon. But as the seasons went on, cracks started to form behind the scenes. As Man vs. Wild grew in popularity, so did the scrutiny around it. By season 3, viewers began questioning how real the survival scenarios were. Reports surfaced that some of the supposedly dangerous situations were staged or manipulated. It was revealed that Grylls wasn't always sleeping in the harsh wilderness as shown on TV. He sometimes stayed in hotels or lodges while filming. In one infamous episode, Grylls demonstrated how to survive on a remote Hawaiian island. He made it seem as if he was stranded in the middle of nowhere, fighting for survival. However, behind the scenes, the filming location was just a few miles away from a resort. The revelations outraged some fans who felt betrayed by what they thought was an authentic survival show. Discovery Channel had to release statements clarifying that while Man vs. Wild was based on real survival techniques, some scenarios were enhanced for entertainment purposes. Grylls himself defended the show, explaining that they sometimes had to recreate survival situations to properly demonstrate techniques. But the controversy didn't stop there. By 2012, Bear Grylls was at the peak of his career. Man vs. Wild had aired in over 200 countries, and his name had become synonymous with adventure. But behind the scenes, things were not as smooth as they seemed. Grylls had been in ongoing disputes with Discovery Channel regarding his contract, and things were reaching a breaking point. Grylls had signed a multi-season contract with Discovery, but as he grew more famous, he started working on other projects outside of the network. This included book deals, speaking engagements, and even other TV opportunities. Discovery Channel, however, wasn't happy about Grylls taking on external projects without their approval. The final straw came when Grylls allegedly refused to participate in 2 new Discovery Channel projects. The network saw this as a breach of contract and decided to take drastic action. In March 2012, Discovery Channel made the shocking announcement: Bear Grylls was fired from the network. The official reason? Contract disputes and failure to comply with obligations. But insiders claim that the real reason was far more complex. According to sources close to the situation, Grylls had been growing frustrated with Discovery's control over his brand. He wanted more creative freedom, but Discovery wasn't willing to let go of one of their biggest stars. Ultimately, they decided to part ways with him, abruptly ending Man vs. Wild after 7 seasons. Fans were outraged. How could Discovery fire the man who made the show a global phenomenon? Some believed the network had made a huge mistake, while others felt that Grylls had outgrown the show and needed to move on to bigger projects. But Grylls wasn't going to let this setback stop him. While his departure from Discovery was unexpected, Grylls didn't disappear from television. In fact, it marked the beginning of a new era in his career. He quickly bounced back with new survival shows like Running Wild with Bear Grylls on National Geographic and NBC, where he took celebrities like Barack Obama and Tom Cruise on survival adventures. Then came You vs. Wild on Netflix, an interactive survival show where viewers decide Grylls' fate. He also worked on multiple special forces survival courses, training elite military units around the world. Grylls also continued his work as a motivational speaker, sharing his lessons on perseverance, resilience, and survival in the wild and in life. If anything, his firing from Discovery was just another challenge for him to conquer. Despite firing their biggest star, Discovery struggled to fill the void left by Grylls. They attempted to launch new survival shows, but none of them reached the same level of success as Man vs. Wild. They even tried bringing in new survivalists, but let's be honest, there's only one Bear Grylls. His charisma, storytelling, and fearless nature were irreplaceable. Eventually, Discovery and Grylls reconciled, and he returned for special projects, including a one-off episode in 2019 called Bear Grylls. Face the Wild. But by then, he had already built an empire of survival entertainment beyond Discovery Channel. Man vs. Wild may have ended, but its impact on pop culture is undeniable. GRYLLS inspired an entire generation to embrace adventure, learn survival skills, and step out of their comfort zones. Memes, jokes, and internet challenges were born out of his wild antics, from drinking urine to biting into raw fish. But beyond the entertainment factor, he taught people real survival techniques and showcased the resilience of the human spirit. To this day, Bear Grylls remains the face of modern survival, and his career continues to thrive. So, was Bear Grylls firing from Man vs. Wild a loss for Discovery or a blessing in disguise? Either way, it didn't stop him. It only made him stronger. And if there's one thing we've learned from Grylls, it's that survival isn't just about staying alive in the wild, it's about adapting and thriving, no matter the challenge. What do you think? Should Discovery have kept Bear Grylls, or did they make the right choice? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing stories.